Alright, with this one eyelet in place, we're going to actually just place these by hand. So with this first one, looks like it's in a good spot. And so I'm just going to actually hold down Control and Z and just bring that down into the mesh, and then also rotate. And if we hit F twice, should be able to see that framed on there. So just tweak this just so it comes into, looks like it's in there. Hold down Control again. Also, let's push this, put that into place, frame that. And also gonna just kind of rotate just around this a little bit. Just make sure that's pushed down into the mesh how I want it. And one more copy. Probably gonna just do 4 on each side. So with this I have a little bit more control how and where I want these placed. So just place that there. Might push this back up into Z a little bit. Actually, I'll probably put five of these, like spaced wise. I think that looks a little better having 5. And so with that, I'm gonna hold down Control, copy, move an X and Y, and rotate here. Just try and get this placed how I want it. Actually, just going to push this up a little bit. A lot of this is just, we're just eyeballing this. This is the easiest way for me anyway. So with that, I'm going to actually just go to the other side and place this one over here. Just holding down Control and just making sure that this is, we're getting around into the same area. So push that down, rotate so that's, and just push this down into the mesh. Looks about right. Looks good. And then just holding Alt and moving the gizmo, and then hold down Control and move that into place. And I'm just looking a little bit more from the top so I can push that. So try and match this into place. So probably just push that down here. And you see once it goes in, it starts to, once we get it close enough into the mesh, that's good. And push this a little bit away from that edge, and then control that, control drag, and we'll push this one into place, and also a little bit of rotation. Translation. Alright, looks good. Also gonna hold down the Alt button and then Control and drag. And a little bit of rotation here. Actually, that's a little too much. Just a little bit closer to here. Just make sure that looks pretty good. And then we'll also hold down Alt to tweak the gizmo, hold down Control to copy, and this one. So just placing this in, get this into place a little better. Alright, let's push that into place. Alright, so for this one, for this next step, we can unmask all those. And I don't mind that too much. Looks okay. Go to Q, and so with those eyelets, we can actually just create. We're going to create a new box, and so with this, actually, I'm going to go in here and just rename these. So going to rename this to shoe, and rename. Also, I probably will. I'm just going to merge this down. So merge this guy down. So merge down. And so should be the eyelets and the shoe together. And from here, we can actually just go to the IMM brush and go to cube split. And then here on the shoe, just drag this out. Just holding down Control. And then I'm going to scale that down. Scale that down. And then scale in the Y as well, and in the X. Alright. Then from here, actually gonna throw on a few, so under the Z modeler, insert edge loop, just to add, so I can add some curvature to that, and then also gonna uncrease all as well. So in the menu to uncrease all, just so I get a little bit more curvy looking, so it's a little more curvy looking, like how the laces should be. And then from here, I'm going to just zoom out a little bit and go to my move brush and just bring the brush up a little bit. And then here I can actually just kind of tweak those laces into place and kind of push them into the, try and get them close to the holes. Doesn't need to be like completely perfect, but we're just getting close. And so I'm going to actually just bring the brush down a little bit just so I can kind of get that tweaking and pull that down into the hole a little better. Pull that up and push this up as well. Actually push this up, and then it's just kind of like playing around with how you want the lace to look, really. It's no like set way, just more of a feeling and kind of what we're looking for, like design wise. Just selling that there's some shoelaces is good enough for stylized character look, kind of with what I'm looking for personally. It's not really like, oh man, this has to match perfectly. If we were creating like, you know, if we were going to create a character lifelike, obviously you would want to be like super detailed, where with stylized characters you don't really need to get, you know, I mean you want it to look good, but you also can kind of, you know, play with it a little bit, and doesn't need to be spot on as long as it looks good. And you know, this doesn't, if I turn off the polyframe, looks like the lace is actually going through the shoe, and I kind of like the look of it. And so from here we can actually just select that one that we've made and hold down Control and just move this one into place, and then here we can move how we want it by just making a copy. And then this should come pretty close, which it does. We'll just have to make a few adjustments with the move brush just to kind of place it how we want it, and just kind of push it down a little bit more into that eyelet, so you can see like that transition into the eyelid. Because when all this is like said and done, once it's rigged and all that, we're not going to really be looking so much at the, oh my gosh, his laces are not right. So just as long as we can sell that, hey, this shoe's got laces, and you know, and you can kind of tweak it to how you want, just kind of get a cool look to it how you want. And so with that in mind, again, we're going to control and copy that guy up to the next lace. Then also just tweak that a little bit, also a little rotation, and just move that into place, just like so. And from here, we'll go back to the move brush. Just kind of move that in place. This one as well. Just kind of push that down. So it looks like he's got some, he's just lacing his shoes. Alright. Then, yeah, that looks good. And then for this one, again, just holding down control. Just moving this one up as well. And just scaling in X. A little bit of rotation here. And just push this guy down. And then go back to the move brush. And just kind of push this into place. And this one as well. Remember, just light taps give you quite a bit. So my Z intensity is at about 50%. So just little small taps do quite a bit. And if it's not working for you, then you just, you know, you either need to make some adjustments to the brush or just kind of tweak to your, you know, scale down, push and pull, how you get that looking right. And so I'm just going to frame that and also rotate around here. Let's rotate. All right, and then so for this top one, we'll just do another move, hold down control. And we'll just put we're not gonna do loops or anything like that. We're just gonna do just the straight across laces. And so I'm just going back to my move brush, just widening this a little bit, and then pushing this guy down. Actually, I'd probably put a little bit of curvature to this one just to add a little bit of variety to the design. And push this down into the loop a little better. And pull up and push. So I'm probably scale this down a little bit. Push this one up. Just so that brush is. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Kind of like those shoes. And so if we control drag out, that's kind of what we're looking for. What we're looking at shoe wise. And so actually just zoom out just so I can see. Just take a look at that. Yeah, I like the look of that shoe. Just a simple tennis shoe. Actually, I think I will just move this tongue part up just a little. Actually, turn on topological, so we're only affecting the tongue part of the Just want to move this part away from his ankle a little more. That works. All right. So with that shoe made, actually, we can actually go to the Z plugin, and we'll go over to Subtool Master, and Mirror, and we're just going to go along the X, and so that puts that on his right foot, and so we have matching shoes. And when you do use Subtool Master, it turns on all the layers back, and or puts you back onto the top. So if you just hold down Alt, say on the body, it'll hide that ruler file. So now we have shoes on this guy. I'm liking how he's looking so far. And for this next part, we want to just put a little bit of put some socks. And so we'll put some socks on him, and we'll move on to that next stage. And we'll move on as soon as we save our guy. So we're going to go to our mascot, and also we're going to go to version 4 and hit save. And so now we have that tool. I'm also going to select the belt and hit dynamic. And so we're all using the faked dynamic subdivisions on all these objects. They're all pretty low poly currently.